paper one to take it outside?
Yeah, if I needed to pen, you bring me one?
Yeah, thank you.
I don't have one else. Sometimes I be coughing. So. Hey, make it. Thank you.
Mr. Clark, you ready? You ready? Good evening. I would like to call our regular board meeting to order at 7:34. We are located in the Village Chambers, 2350 South 25th Avenue. Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, we can, Madam President. Trustee Abraham.
Here.
Trustee Chalmalave is absent. Trustee Senior.
Here.
Mayor Thompson.
Here.
Trustee Shelby.
Here.
Trustee Armour.
Here.
Trustee Miller.
Here.
Madam President, we have a quorum. May we all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can we all pause for a moment of silence? Thank you. All right, next item is item 2, public comments. Madam President, we have received no public comment forms at this time, so we'll move on to item 3, communications.
So, Mr. Clerk, we do have communications. We're going to show the video of Deborah Vines, the CNN hero. So I want the community to support and vote for Deborah Vines. She is the first person in our Proviso Township. She serves multiple families within the Village of Broadview, but she's the first nominated hero for CNN that's from the state of Illinois that I'm aware of. So that's a big deal for me, only because we've had a working relationship for over the past 15 years in the work that she does for multiple families within the Village of Broadview. We have Special Olympics in the Village of Broadview that we partner with the police department for our torch run. She's done a lot of training in our fire and police department as how you interact with those with special needs or other developmental disabilities. So I wanted to take a few minutes so that everyone could see the video just in case they have not seen it. If you do see it, and we're going to ask you to click on the link. It's cnn.com/heroes and vote for Deborah Vines. I mean, this is near and dear to my heart, but it means so much to the Village of Broadview and the families that she served.
So we'll play that first before I read anything. Sounds good, Mayor. Thank you.
Trustee Hunter, can you turn the lights down on this side by the screen?
You want me to pour it or you gonna pour it? Typical mom, you have a child and the ultimate goal is to raise them to be the best that they can be for themselves. That's the same goal that we have as special needs parents. You plan, 1, 2, 3, bam. Being a parent of a child with autism in the 80s and the 90s was very, very challenging. One for you, one for me. Toast. I had never heard autism outside of Rain Man. I got books. I went to the library. Shave. But I still felt lost. Like I just wasn't a great mom. And especially in the Black community, resources were very, very limited. Handsome. We started really seeing a lot of behavior problems in Jace about 3 years old. Biting himself until he bled, headbutting you, screaming all the time. And this went on for some years. Multiple cocktails of medication, changing doctors, changing hospitals. And most of it I did alone because my husband worked nights. I felt totally helpless. You ready? Let's go. My whole life revolved around finding services for Jason. To be able to get any type of assistance, I had to take a train, plane, bus, and a magic carpet to get there. The support groups that I found, they were women living in affluent communities. I was the only Black woman there. I was the only person that had low income. But the women, they were great. They were giving me resources, but they would say, they only cost $500. And I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get groceries for next week. So imagine how I felt then, even more helpless. Alone, isolated, depressed, and the only way that I found some joy was with the drugs. It was a refuge. I was a functioning addict. I still kept red lipstick on. I still was his mom. You still saw Jason with me everywhere I went. I kept things moving. So it made it linger on, and I went to jail. Then as soon as I got out, it's just a cycle all over again. Insanity. When I did finally get clean, I made a vow that I wouldn't want any parent to have to experience what I've been through. Good morning. Everything that we provide is a blueprint of what I was missing as a parent. Hey, Stephen. I called the not-for-profit The Answer Incorporated because families are always asking questions, and we want to provide the answers. Have a good class, Drina. Okay. Every single Saturday, we provide tutoring, nutrition classes, cooking, socialization, life skills. Okay. We have the preteens, the teenagers, and the adults.
You're gonna count 1, 2,
3. They're not just going to be taken care of,
the letter I.
but they're going to be educated as well.
Can you start this for me? Yeah.
We want to provide them that outlet where they feel super special. We are a family.
Right.
The kids, they run up to you, they want to tell you what they learned.
You like that?
Delicious.
Whatever's a big deal for them is a big deal for me, because our kids don't have a lot of friends. And to be able to provide that opportunity brings me joy.
My daughter Monet was officially diagnosed with autism in the 5th grade. But then after that, there was no programming. And then Deborah reached out to me. Monet, she's a very shy girl, but from that first day, she's just really blossomed.
Can you shake my hand?
She is getting social skills.
Shake my hand so that we can show. Very good. Thank you so much, man. Everybody.
She uses her words more. She has friends.
Do you remember what we made the last time I was here? Egg rolls, exactly.
She's like so excited every Saturday morning. She's up earlier than me. Mom, let's go. Mom. And so it's a great feeling.
I got that old crooked. All right, now you're good.
I want the parents to be able to drop their kids off and know that they can take that deep breath for 3 hours. Teaching them how to sit in front of a computer.
Right.
We actually started with just a support group because women want to be able to talk about what they're going through.
There's also those other struggles that sometimes we don't talk about.
Men come to our support groups as well. But, we learn from each other. Having a child with a special need, we carry so much.
She's going to camp for the first time tomorrow. I'm just so scared. I feel like I've always wanted her to have the friends that she.
That's okay. That's all right. Yeah, we've all been there. Yeah.
It's very scary for a parent to feel like they're alone. A lot of Black and brown children have autism, and yet the programming is not here for us. It feels good to know that when I talk about an experience and I don't feel that I have to explain, because that's something that we go through.
Good morning, Jason. Good morning.
With autism, We want to make sure everyone is educated. The churches, department stores, the legislators. And it's so much that has gone on with police officers, with our special needs community.
Cervantes, who has special needs, was shot and critically injured by deputies.
They were told that he was autistic, told that he's deaf, told that he was unable to respond to cues like everyone else.
Jason had a medication meltdown where he was very, very violent. And I had to call the ambulance fire department, call the police, and they came in with guns drawn. I'm telling them all the time, there's no weapons. My son has autism. They weren't hearing anything. So are we ready? Is everybody here? We want to make sure that the first responders are trained in how to deal with our children. I had a situation with Jason and they didn't know how to handle him. They didn't know how to handle me. You know, I don't blame them because they just weren't trained. People are afraid of what they don't understand. We have a lot of children, they don't have great social skills.
Hey Jason, how are you doing?
I do.
Good. How long has your mom been doing this kind of stuff?
Because he's smiling, it makes it a little bit easier. But what if you get a hold to somebody that's not smiling and they running around and they biting themselves? And I'm proud to say that just about every village within the township has been trained on the signs and symptoms of autism.
I was just like, wow, this is really informative, and I haven't had very much interaction with people with autism, so this is really informative, especially with my line of work.
Thank you. See you soon.
Yes,
Ooh, Jason, I see you. Advocacy is a gift. I'm good at it, and it makes me feel so good. Well, then we can just start a parent group in your area. If I come to them, that's my high now.
You are beautiful. You are beautiful. You are kind. You are kind.
The love and the support that Deborah and her staff give, it makes me feel good.
And I'm different.
I am different.
And I love every bit of it.
And I love every bit of it.
Thank you guys.
The answer is really, truly that.
We've helped over 4,000 families. When I look back over my entire journey, I can't say nothing but thank you. Jason has taken me places that I never thought that I would go, but it made me grow up to a woman that I never thought that I would be.
So now you all see why I advocate so hard for her to receive the #1 spot of being a CNN hero. And so what's at stake is not about the money. The #1 person will receive $100,000, but it's not about the money. It's about the impact and the service to give her some more tools that she can use to impact more lives. So I'm asking everyone in the Village of Broadview, and that includes our residents and our business stakeholders, to take some time out to cast your vote, to vote for Deborah Vines as our CNN hero, and then share the information with those that if you're on social media, share the platform, share the information, and we have to vote every single day until December 6th. So I've been sharing her posts every day, and I will continue to do that until December 6th because it's based off a vote. You can't have no political favors in this. It's literally grassroots people getting engaged. So if you're having conversation with friends and family that live out of state, just ask them to go to CNN Heroes and vote for Deborah Vines. They can look at the video to see her compelling story. I don't know how many participants were prior to her being selected in the top 10 spot, but she's in the top 10. In the top 10, they're going to announce the winner on December 11th. So I intend to do a watch party here in the Village of Broadview for those families that's impacted with autism or any other developmental disability, so we can all be in the same space to witness it at the same time, not in our individual space. So I'll get some information about that where we'll come and gather here and watch the program to see who will be the CNN hero. And I pray to God that it's Deborah Vines on that night. She'll be in New York with her oldest son and Jason as they announce the winner for that spot. But it's a great privilege and an honor that we have access to the person that's really doing the work. She is really doing the work. Regardless of how people feel about her, she is really doing the work. I mean, to engage our public safety teams, fire and police, to train them, to give them access and tools that they don't get on a professional level with all the training that's required. They need to know how to interact with these young people if they have to. And she provides that access and that training to our team. So we wishing all the best to Deborah Vine. So thank you, Mr. Clerk.
Thank you, Mayor. Okay, continuing on with our communications. It's that time of year again. Daylight savings time has ended. This is the time of year when we set our clocks back 1 hour. If you already haven't done so as of yesterday, do it now. Set all your clocks back 1 hour. And as you can see, if you're here at Village Hall or viewing from home, we have voting booths set up. The voting machines are here because tomorrow is Election Day. Make sure that you vote tomorrow. The polls open at 6 a.m. and close at 7 p.m. Go vote. And lastly, Safety Saturdays are back this Saturday, November 12th at 1 p.m. right here at Village Hall. There's going to be Safety Saturdays given by the Broadview Fire Department, the Broadview Police Department, Public Works, and the Broadview Building Department. The theme this time is Holiday and Winter Safety. Those in attendance will be able to participate in a holiday raffle, so make sure you come. Tell your neighbors, bring your family. That concludes communications now, Mayor.
Can you tell, what's the date for Safety Saturday? Is that the 12th?
That's going to be November 12th, this Saturday, 1 p.m.
Okay.
All right. All right, next on the agenda is item 4, consideration to approve the following minutes. Minutes from the October 17th, 2022 regular board meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It's been properly motioned by Trustee Senior, seconded by Trustee Abraham. Madam President, open for discussion.
Thank you, Trustee Abraham. You have any questions or comments?
None.
Trustee Senior?
No questions.
Trustee Shelby?
Yeah, I was absent.
Okay, we're not voting right now. Trustee Armour?
No questions.
Trustee Miller?
No questions.
Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call?
Yes, we can, Madam President. Trustee Abraham?
Yes.
Trustee Chalmalabi is absent. Trustee Senior?
Yes.
Trustee Shelby?
Abstain.
Trustee Armour?
Abstain.
Trustee Miller?
Yes.
And Madam President, this carries 3-0 with 2 abstentions, bringing it to 5-0. Thank you. Next item. Item 5, consideration to approve expenditures. Grand total of all funds, $1,058,695.94 for the period of November 2nd, 2022.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It's been properly motioned by Trustee Senior, seconded by Trustee Abraham. Madam President.
Thank you. Trustee Shelby, the Finance Chair, will you please read the warrant list?
Yes, and these are the following bills over $2,500. The vendors are AT&T Long Distance for $6,370.70. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, $142,142.55. Bright Promise Fund, $15,000. Broadview Westchester Joint Water Agency, $258,652.10. ComEd, $4,000.70. Delgado Law Group LLC, it's $15,386.25. Eco Clean Maintenance Incorporated, $2,504. Edwin Hancock Engineering, $241,544. Electrical Resource Management Incorporated, $13,140. Gabriel Lopez, $9,713. Geno's Heating and Plumbing Incorporated, $149,694.01. Groot Incorporated, $49,765.76. Law Office of Philip M. Finaro, $38,225.55. Lincoln National Life Insurance, $6,239.64. Montana and Welch LLC, $3,363.75. Public Safety Direct Incorporated, $7,940.31. Site One Landscape Supply, $4,468.43. Technology Management Revolving Fund, $2,948.68. Tesca Associates Incorporated, $5,330. T&T Towing and Recovering Incorporated, $3,650. Treetop Products Incorporated, $22,043.84. The Village of Romeoville Fire Academy, $2,575. And the West Cook County Solid Waste Agency, $11,620.57. We also had an electronic payment. The vendor was Chase Credit Card Payment, and that was reflecting of October the 25th, 2022 for $3,759.70. $1,015,868.84 is 96% of all total expenditures in the amount of $1,058,695.94. Okay, the following funds were affected by these expenditures. The general fund in the amount of $313,369.09. The garbage fund in the amount of $61,386.33. The CDBG fund in the amount of $36,590. The Roosevelt Road TIF fund in the amount of $33,979.27. We have the Capital Projects Fund for $48.75. The Water and Sewage Fund for $613,322.50. Again, for the grand total of $1,058,695.94. And Madam President, that concludes my report.
Thank you, Trustee Shelby. Trustee Abraham, you have any questions or comments?
None.
Trustee Senior?
No questions.
Trustee Shelby?
No questions.
Trustee Armour?
No questions.
Trustee Miller?
What's the Bright Promise Fund? It's the $15,000
Bright
Bright
Fund.
Promise Fund.
That was for,
I didn't get a chance to look at the bills, so I'm just asking. I've never seen that before.
that was for some lighting. Let's see.
Oh, that looks like a escrow refund.
The Bright Promise Fund.
Yeah, for 1700 West Roosevelt Road. That's an escrow refund.
Okay, thank you.
That's
That was
it,
it.
Trustee
Yeah,
Miller?
I'm sorry,
Okay,
that's
thank you. Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, we can, Madam President. Trustee Abraham,
Yes.
Trustee Chamalavi is absent. Trustee Senior,
Yes.
Trustee Shelby,
Yes.
Trustee Armour,
Abstain.
Trustee Miller.
Yes.
You say yes?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And Madam President, this carries 5-0. One of those is an abstention. Thank you all. Next, item 6, presentation. We have none. Item 7, committee reports. These are given at every first meeting of the month, starting with the Business License Committee. Trustee Armour.
At this particular meeting, I don't have anything to report. The commissioner has a couple of items on the agenda tonight, and we'll address those when we get to them.
Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee. Next is Police and Fire. Trustee Miller.
I don't have a report. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee. Next is Finance Committee. Trustee Shelby.
Yes, I will be hosting a finance committee meeting in January after the holidays. I will also have a date at the December meeting after I speak with Trustee Abraham and Trustee Malave on their availability. This meeting will be held in person and virtual. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Trustee Shelby. Next, Building and Public Property, and Trustee Chalmalabi is absent. Does anyone on her committee have anything for Building and Public Property Committee?
No.
Thank you. Next, Water, Drainage, and Health, Trustee Senior.
Yes. Mayor Thompson, Administrator Jones, Director Ames, and myself have been meeting with the Metropolitan Planning Council regarding water affordability in the Village of Broadview. I will be hosting a Water, Drainage, and Health Committee meeting on Tuesday, November 15th at 6:30 p.m. right here in the Village Chambers. This discussion will inform the direction of the Water Affordability Project, the Metropolitan Planning Council, and evaluate in partnership with the village. This meeting will be in person and available online as well. Clerk McGregor, I will get the agenda to you by Wednesday for posting. Thank you, and this concludes my report.
Thank you, Trustee. I'll be looking for that. And next is Street, Sidewalks, and Alleys, Trustee Abraham.
No report other than in January after the first of the year, we will be having a street, sidewalks, and alley meeting.
Okay, thank you, Trustee. That concludes committee reports. Next is item 8, old business. We have none. Item 9, new business. A, Village of Broadview Executive Order Number 2022-01, suspension of certain COVID policies. Madam President.
Thank you. So this doesn't call for a roll call vote for the executive order, but this executive order number 2201 is related to the coronavirus from 2019. And so it's just letting us know this particular one is to lift the ban that we have as it relates to the policy for those to get vaccinated. We do have a policy in place that require all employees to be vaccinated. If they choose not to be vaccinated, they have to bring their testing to their department leadership, whether it's negative or positive, just so that we can protect the integrity of the Village of Broadview and that we can protect all employees. On October 17, 2022, Governor Pritzker did lift the mask requirements as well as requirements for certain unvaccinated workers to undergo weekly testing. Beginning on November 3rd, the Village of Broadview will be suspending its enforcement of policy. However, the said policy may be reactivated and enforced if the health, welfare, and safety of residents so is required. This executive order should be in full force and effective unless otherwise suspended by further executive orders through legislation action. So we just wanted to bring this attention to the Board of Trustees in the Village of Broadview, that we're going to lift the policy that requires weekly testing.
Very good, Mayor. Thank you so much. All right, next is item B, a resolution of the Village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois, appointing Rayburn Tucker to the Board of Fire and Police Commissioners.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It's been properly motioned by Trustee Miller, seconded by Trustee Abraham. Madam President.
Thank you. So we had a resignation of Fire and Police Commissioner Diamond Portier, and we have to fill that vacancy. I had spoke with Mr. Rayburn way before this came about, and we talked about several things as it relates to him serving in the capacity of a resident and helping out the Village of Broadview. And he showed an interest on many of the boards that we do have. He currently serves on our zoning board. I did circulate his resume to the Board of Trustees. He is a retired veteran police officer, so he understands the lingo and the language that takes place as it relates to hiring, and if we have disciplinary actions, what needs to take place in that governing body. So I trust his leadership with decision-making with the chair commissioner, Gwen Turner, as it relates on how we move the village forward with Chief Kenny Department and Chief Mills Department and the Police Department. So I'm asking the Board of Trustees to approve his appointment tonight so that we can continue moving forward as it relates to the Fire and Police Commission. In the legislation, we did find that it was, we didn't identify who it was, but new legislation should have went out with the correct information to the clerk's office. I don't know if it got to you all, but we did circulate.
Yes, and just to clarify, it didn't identify whose vacancy
Mr. Rayburn Tucker was going to be filling. And so again, did you get a chance to distribute it?
I did not.
Okay, so there's a blank line. It's being filled in to just say Diamond Porte.
Right.
So that's the only change.
So I need a motion and a second to approve.
It's been motioned and seconded.
Oh, has it?
Yes, it has been. It's been motioned by trustee Miller and seconded by trustee Abraham.
Okay. Trustee
Open for
Abraham, you have any
discussion.
questions or comments?
None.
Trustee Senior?
No questions.
Trustee Shelby?
No questions.
Trustee Armour?
Yes, I had two questions, but you actually covered one. In that Mr. Rayburn also serves on the zoning board. I had noticed that it wasn't on the resume that's in the legislation. And then also, this replaces Diamond Porte's role on the Fire and Police Commissioners Board. And is this a salary position because it's an appointment? And my
No, it's
question-
not.
So I have two questions. And then it's not
You
a.
said I answered one.
Yeah, well, actually,
then
I
you
have
got
three. You got it. And the third question is, it's a moot point because it's not salaried. It's
No, so all of the boards that we have in the Village of Broadview, the people that serve on the boards are non-paid positions. However, the people that serve on this board are paid.
on the Fire and Police Commissioners Board. they're
All
not-
boards that we have in the Village of Broadview that we ask residents to participate in are non-paying, so they volunteer their time to serve on the board. The only board that the Village of Broadview pays a salary to is to the Board of Trustees, to this board. Okay, thank you. Trustee Miller?
No questions.
Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, we can, Madam President. Trustee Abraham.
Yes.
Trustee Chalmalavi is absent. Trustee Senior.
Yes.
Trustee Shelby.
Yes.
Trustee Armour.
Yes.
Trustee Miller.
Yes.
And Madam President, this carries 5-0. Thank you all. Next, item C, a resolution authorizing and approving an intergovernmental agreement with the Cook County Departments of Public Health for the provision of environmental health inspectional services for the Village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It's been properly motioned by trustee Senior, seconded by trustee Abraham, Madam President. Open for discussion.
Thank you. Commissioner Upshaw, you want to tell us about this?
Good evening, Mayor, Board, residents of the Village of Broadview.
Good evening.
This IGA is between the Village of Broadview and the Cook County Health Department to provide environmental health inspection services for food sanitation as it relates to food service establishments and retail food stores. I'll entertain any questions at this time.
Thank you. Trustee Abraham?
None.
Trustee Senior?
No questions.
Trustee Shelby?
No questions.
Trustee Armour?
Just one question. It's going to be $100 for each inspection, and it's a one-year contract. How many inspections do we anticipate on having, and does the village pay for them?
On average, about 10 to 15 inspections, but that varies based on the needs of the community and the businesses, the food establishments, the retail food establishments that we have in Broadview. And yes, the villages pays, and then we get reimbursed.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Miller?
No questions.
Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, we can, Madam President. Trustee Abraham.
Yes.
Trustee Chalmalavi is absent. Trustee Senior.
Yes.
Trustee Shelby.
Yes.
Trustee Armour.
Yes.
Trustee Miller.
Yes.
And Madam President, this carries 5-0. Thank you all. Next, item D, consideration of an application for a business license requested by Royal Transport, Inc. at 1900 Parks Drive to operate in the Village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois.
Motion to approve.
Second.
This has been properly motioned by trustee Senior, seconded by trustee Abraham. Madam President.
Thank you. Commissioner Upshaw, you want to tell us about this business?
Yes, Royal Transport Incorporated will be located at 1900 Parks Drive in Broadview, Illinois. They pick up and deliver materials throughout the United States area. All inspections have been completed and approved.
Okay. Thank you. Trustee Abraham, you have any questions or comments?
No questions. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Thank you. Trustee Senior?
No questions.
Trustee Shelby?
No questions.
Trustee Armour?
I have a couple of questions. All right. So, Commissioner, can a business that has a federal ID, federal tax ID number, in order to operate their business within Illinois, they should have a state license as well, right?
It depends on what type of business it is.
Okay, so this particular one, let's just take this one for, I didn't see, I saw the federal tax ID supporting documentation, but I didn't see anything for the state one. Is it required?
The state would be a sales tax. They don't pay sales tax. They have a federal ID number, and they don't pay sales tax because they're not selling anything.
Understood. Thank you for that clarification.
That's it, Trustee Armour?
My second question is, I just noticed stuff. And on the Broadview Police Department's emergency form, it still has Chief Ugling's name up there, or I should say former Chief Ugling's. And so it doesn't have the current chief's name on it. That's just something that I know you guys could probably just work out. I just noticed everything.
Thank you for identifying that. It will be changed.
Thank you. And that's all I've got.
Thank you. Trustee Miller?
Is this their dispatch center or will they actually have fleet at this location?
This is where they have fleet.
Do we know how many trucks will be in and out of this establishment? And are they all company fleet or will they also have brokered loads where they're having other transportation carriers there?
I don't know how many, and when I was over there were brokered loads. So they're coming and going. Nothing is being delivered there.
Okay, so brokered loads, meaning they're working for someone else, not that they're selling their own product. So is it their company fleet or do they have other carrier trucks there too?
They have a combination of both. Their fleet is small,
Okay,
but a majority of the fleet is brokered.
okay, thank you.
Thank you. That concludes your comments, Trustee Miller?
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, we can, Madam President. Trustee Abraham?
Yes.
Trustee Chamalabi is absent. Trustee Senior?
Yes.
Trustee Shelby?
Yes.
Trustee Armour?
Yes.
Trustee Miller?
Abstain.
And this carries 5-0 with one abstention. Thank you. Next item E, consideration of an application for a business license requested by MB Delivery Service LLC at 2000 South 25th Avenue, Suite 115. 115, to operate in the Village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It's been properly motioned by Trustee Senior, seconded by Trustee Abraham. Madam President.
Thank you. Commissioner Upshaw, will you tell us about this business?
As mentioned, the MB Delivery Service will be located at 2000 South 25th Avenue, Unit 115. They are a furniture delivery business. They deliver furniture to residential homes.
Thank you. Trustee Abraham, you have any questions or comments?
No, none. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Trustee Senior?
No questions.
Trustee Shelby?
No questions.
Trustee Armour?
No questions, but the same thing on the police department's report for that stationery.
Thank you for identifying that. It will be
That's
changed.
it.
Thank you. Trustee Miller?
No questions.
Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, we can, Madam President. Trustee Abraham?
Yes.
Trustee Chamalabi is absent. Trustee Senior?
Yes.
Trustee Shelby?
Yes.
Trustee Armour?
Yes.
Trustee Miller?
Abstain.
And Madam President, this carries 5-0 with one of those being an abstention. Thank you. Next, item F, consideration of an application for a business license requested by ATX Operations Group, LLC, at 2000 South 25th Avenue, Suite 139, to operate in the Village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It's been properly motioned by Trustee Senior, seconded by Trustee Abraham. Madam President.
Thank you. Commissioner Upshaw, you want to tell us about this business?
ATX Operations Group LLC will be located in 2000 South 25th Avenue, Suite 139. They are an e-commerce online business. They basically buy Amazon overstock products or damaged products, and they sell it on their website or auction it off.
Thank you, trustee Abraham. You have any questions or comments?
No questions other than welcome to the community.
Thank you, trustee
No
Senior.
questions.
Thank you.
No questions.
Trustee Shelby,
No questions.
trustee Armour,
No questions.
trustee Miller.
No questions.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, we can, Madam President. Trustee Abraham,
Yes.
trustee Chamalave is absent. Trustee Senior,
Yes.
trustee Shelby,
Yes.
trustee Armour,
Yes.
trustee Miller,
Yes.
and this carries 5-0. Thank you all.
Thank you,
Next
Mayor.
item-
Thank you, Board.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Next is item 10, application for the authority to expend funds. We have none. Next is item 11, village clerk report. I have no report at this time, Madam President. Bringing us to item 12, village president report, Mayor Katrina Thompson.
Thank you, and good evening again, residents and community. A couple of things that I want to mention. On Saturday, we hosted our first Broadview Small Business Entrepreneur Workshop. We had about 20 residents that came out that's either starting a new business, looking to start a business, have a small business, or just looking for more information as to get access to capital. We partnered with BMO Harris Bank in Appalachia, which is a financial institute, and the conversation was well attended. I was just thinking that we would do something to, get more small businesses from residents to participate to, be in the Village of Broadview. But what I found out was that they wanted more and more. So we're going to host another business workshop, and this one is going to be to how to create a business plan. Because as the bank was talking about how you get access to capital with certain things that you got to have in place. So working with the BBA, which is our Broadview Business Association, we're going to get them started. We're going to have another meeting January 14th. It will be open to the public for Broadview residents that want to come out and get the information. We'll have an attorney there and a tax professional there to kind of lead the conversation to, help them out to develop their business. We have one business that's a resident that makes and create hot sauce. We have one that's in the music industry. We have one that does homemade jewelry. And so we want to develop the skill set to get them, especially, we just want to develop our own residents to empower them to be entrepreneurs if that's the direction they want to go in. So I was really pleased with that because sometimes you just don't know the information you put out in the attendance. CMAP has called for projects for a bike and pedestrian project. This is going to be a collaboration with Bellwood, Berkeley, Hillside, Westchester, and Broadview. So more information is going to come. We had a meeting on yesterday we had a meeting this morning as it relates to what the plan is going to look like, what corridors it's going to cover. So as we develop this, we're going to have a public meeting to discuss it with the community at large as it relates to all of the partners that's engaged with this project. So it's a big deal for us because when we talk about for years, each municipality worked in silos. So it's like, I got a secret where the money is coming from, so they wouldn't share the information. But times are changing and municipalities are starting to understand partnerships and collaboration. So I'm glad that we've always had that initiative from day one, partnerships and collaborations, because they do work when we all work together for the common good. So that's going to be coming online. Trustee Senior spoke about the Water Affordability Committee meeting. So I'm asking all residents or business stakeholders to come and join the conversation. Justin over at the MPC, which is the Metropolitan Planning Council, I know he's reached out to some residents who we've gave information to. We've been working on this for a couple of weeks now. We were hoping to have the plan published in December, but they had some staffing issues, so we have to push it back. So January, we're going to do the plan, but the meeting next month is just to talk about the goals and the objectives and what's to come out of this committee meeting. So thank you, Trustee Senior, for participating on this initiative. Next Wednesday, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., we will host an agent and community workshop. This is another partnership and collaboration. And this is with the Village of Broadview and the Village of Bellwood through the Metropolitan Mayor's Caucus. So we'll discuss how we can support older adults, what programs are needed, and will you be able to stay in your home? So it's not just for our aging population, because we all aging. I mean, I'm aging. So every day God opened my eyes, I'm aging. So it's for those that's aging. So if you're 25 and you're a homeowner and you can come out and participate, we want you to come to the meeting because we want your input is valuable for us to put this plan together. Once we get the plan together, this will be another marketing tool on how we strategically plan the future for the Village of Broadview. So your input is important to us. We're asking you to come out. We're going to have a small breakfast over at the Iron Workers Local 63 facility, and that's located at 2523 Lexington Street. If you need transportation, those seniors that need transportation, or if you have a disability and you need a ride, call 708-731-5502. I'm going to ask that the village administrator make sure that the front office knows the information to give out for those that may call the village regarding the workshop.
Can you repeat that time and date again for that?
The date again is Wednesday, November 15th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And this is with Aging in the Community Workshop. And it'll be residents from Bellwood and Broadview at this particular meeting because we've had two here. And so now this is the collaboration with both municipalities. It's a unique partnership because they have never done it with two municipalities at the same time. So we've had it here in the Village of Broadview, and then they had one in Bellwood, and now we're coming together to put the plan together.
And what time on Wednesday, please?
9 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Thank you.
Then on Friday, November 11th, the Village of Broadview will be closed. It's Veterans Day. Veterans Day is the anniversary of the end of World War I. It's to honor our veterans and victims to all wars. This holiday is a celebration to honor America's veterans for their patriotism, love of the country, and willingness to serve and sacrifice for the common good. This past Saturday, the Village of Hillside honored our veterans with a parade, and last Wednesday, in partnership with the Village of Hillside, we honored our veterans in Broadview with a dinner. Thank you to all of the veterans for your sacrifice and your commitment. We have our own veterans that works in the Village of Broadview, Chief Mills, Marines, Deputy Chief Pierre Smith, Marines, Commissioner David Upshaw, Marines, Firefighter Vince Napoli, Marines, Fire Inspector Marty Scuditi. Did I say his name right? The Army. So we thank you for your leadership and commitment to the Village of Broadview, and we just say thank you for your service to our country. Saturday, I will host a community breakfast at the Broadview Family Restaurant. It's from 10 a.m. to noon. It's only for Broadview residents, so we will be asking for ID. If you invite other family members to come and they're not a Broadview resident, they will be asked to leave. It's for Broadview residents. So be mindful of the invite because it's for the residents to partake in the free breakfast. And that concludes my comments. So now I'm going to ask the Board of Trustees I'm going to call for a motion to go into closed session.
Before we do that, Madam President, let me read item 13, closed section. Item A, section 2C11, litigation against or on behalf of the Village of Broadview, or where the village finds that an action is probable or imminent. And there's possible action that may come from this closed session. So at this time, can we have a motion to reconvene? A motion to suspend the regular board meeting and go into closed session?
Make a motion that we move to
Suspend the regular board meeting and go into closed session.
to culminate the regular board meeting and go into closed session.
I second.
Need a second.
Who was the second?
I second.
Thank you. It's been properly motioned by Trustee Armour, seconded by Trustee Shelby to go into closed session. I'll take a roll call. Trustee Abraham.
Yes.
Trustee Chamalavi is absent. Trustee Senior.
Yes.
Trustee Shelby.
Yes.
Trustee Armour.
Yes.
Trustee Miller.
Yes.
Ms. carries 5-0. We are here right now in executive session at 8:22 p.m. Thank you.
Hello. You ready? Let me know when you're ready.
I wasn't sure if it was just me.
I would like to call a motion to reconvene to our regular board meeting.
Motion to reconvene.
I second.
All in favor, say
Okay, it's been properly motioned by trustee Miller, seconded by trustee Armour to reconvene the regular board meeting from executive session. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Hearing no opposition, we are hereby adjourned. We are hereby reconvened at 8:55 p.m. And we have possible action items coming out of closed session. So item A, consideration of a motion to approve the payment and issuance of said payment in the amount of $15,111. We have we're going to have the attorney read some specific legal jargon that addresses this more directly. So, Madam Attorney.
Yes, this is just a simple refinement. So what the board needs to do is we're going to need a motion to approve the proposed stipulation and final consented judgment order in lieu of proceeding to trial and approval of a payment and issuance of said payment in the amount of $15,111 to plaintiffs pursuant to and following the entry of the stipulation by the court in Chicago Joe's Tea Room LLC et al. Versus Village of Broadview et al. Case number 07-CV2680. So we need a motion to state that.
So moved.
Second.
It's been properly motioned by trustee Armour, seconded by trustee Miller. Madam President.
Thank you. Before I ask for a roll call vote, I do want to thank Finaro Law Firm for staying the course with the Village of Broadview to get us to this point. So thank you on behalf of the Village of Broadview. Trustee Abraham, you have any questions or comments?
No questions, no comments, other than thank you for the law office of Phil Finaro.
Thank you, Trustee Senior.
No questions, and thank you as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Shelby.
No questions. Thank you so much for your hard work. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Armour.
No questions. Thank you guys for your expertise.
Thank you, Trustee Miller.
No questions.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, roll call. Trustee Abraham.
Yes.
Trustee Chalmalabi is absent. Trustee Senior.
Yes.
Trustee Shelby.
Yes.
Trustee Armour.
Yes.
Trustee Miller.
Yes.
And it carries 5-0. Thank you all. All right. I'll entertain
Before
a
we
motion
adjourn, I do want to do a reminder. One of the residents that was here asked me to remind the community to vote for Deborah Vine, CNN hero, every day. It's 10 votes per day, so vote every day. Now we'll call for a motion to adjourn.
All right. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
I motion.
Second.
It's been properly motioned by trustee Shelby, seconded by trustee Armour. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Hearing no opposition, we are hereby adjourned at 8:58 p.m. Thank you all. Have a great evening.